Okay, just real quick. Give me like a whole 10 seconds. This list is for playable characters only, okay? Playable characters. So when you want the whole tier list, I'm making a whole tier list for every character in Arkham Knight, okay? Now let's get down to it. Robin. He has a smooth kit, good gadgets. He has, interesting. He probably has the most unique kit besides another character that's on this list, but nonetheless, Robin, I'm going to have to give him more or less I think he's an A tier fighter, an A tier character, as this is all through combat and story too. So mainly we're going to do combat with this one, then I'll add the story part. What he has to do with the story is more like B tier in my opinion, but his combat is A tier. He's really good. And honestly, even in Arkham City, I think his combat was the best in Arkham City. To be completely honest with you. But, I guess that's just me. Let me know in the comments if y'all agree. Comment section if y'all agree. But, I think he was the best actually in Arkham City. But, I mean, don't get me wrong. His moves, he's fast, he's good. He fights just like, he kind of fights like, what's his name? Deathstroke a little bit. If you didn't know, that was actually a playable character back in Arkham Origins. But Robin, he's pretty solid. So I gotta give him some respect. But more or less, it's just like something's just not clicking when I fight with him, because I wish he was just a little bit more agile. Don't get me wrong, I just seen it. Dude just went up in the air. This is me fighting, believe it or not. This is me fighting. Yeah, I know, I'm probably not that good in your eyes, but this is me fighting, and I believe he is one of the good fighters, not the best. Because it's more or less there's not that much you can actually use in this fight with his kit. That's the thing. I try to look at everything as him. Like I said, his story doesn't really matter in this game as much. Sure, he showed up a few times, but it's not that crazy. It's not that much. But more or less, Robin I'm gonna give him a low A tier. Okay, now we got another Robin, but this time it is Nightwing. Probably everybody's best Robin, in my opinion. Most people love Nightwing, and Nightwing wasn't really that included into the Batman Arkham Knight story. He was and he wasn't. He wasn't as included. I don't really know how to explain it, but let's just say that he really wasn't a big part of it. Sure, he had his moments. And Robin, just like Robin, he has his moments, and they have both their final goodbyes, which makes this probably more impactful for what it is. But in combat-wise, as a playable character, though, I'm going to have to give Nightwing I'm going to give him average at A. Not an A minus, at A. See, the thing about Nightwing is that he's very agile. There's nothing crazy about his gameplay, though. That's the problem, more or less. He's crazy. He's good, but okay, you think that y'all are probably looking at me oh yeah, all the Robins and Batman fight the same. No, they don't. They feel different. If you actually play them, bro, sure, they all work off of the same mechanics, but they all have different tools in their kits, and all of them can do different things. Shoot, believe it or not, what can I say, bro? Nightwing is one of those characters that you just can't go wrong with if you really just wanted to play all the modes, because he's that good. Actually, he's an A tier character. Now I will say this is more for just combat. Okay, this is just the combat video. If y'all want me to make the Predator tier list of playable characters, I will do it. I might actually do that next, believe it or not. Yeah, I'm gonna do that next. But Nightwing can do everything at a high level, bro. He has the batons, the electric batons. He can make shockwaves. Dude can do a lot. Just like Robin. Robin got the little... What makes Robin mainly special is honestly the little bulletproof shield that he got. Yeah, that's all he got mainly that makes him special. What makes Nightwing special is the fact that what do you call it? The batons and the shockwave that he can make in the middle. That's what makes him special. And his gameplay is very smooth. It's smoother than Robin, so I'm gonna give him an A in my opinion. Way more an A, because when I was playing Nightwing, I was having so much fun. Like I didn't want to stop, man. I wanted to keep playing. I think I did keep playing for a bit. Because there's some characters that actually like I feel better using in this game. And Nightwing's just one of the characters in the game. Oh man. But on to the next. Okay, so Arkham Knight, all around character, S tier. And yes, I am making the ultimate tier list of Batman Arkham Knight. This is just the first part, as in combat wise, of playable characters. I will be making the Predator, like stealth missions for these guys. But let's just look at story and combat and how they're good as a playable character. So Arkham Knight, now known as the Red Hood, he's an S tier. See, the thing about him, y'all probably like, all he does is shoot guns. Yeah, that's all he needs. Don't y'all understand that? That's what makes a character broken. That is what made this character broken. The fact that he can just take out anybody in a second. Him being basic basically made him being basic and overpowered made him one of the best combat characters in the game. Like deadass. I don't need to pull off no special tricks or anything, or get no weapons, or use anything else to hit the electrifying guys. I can just shoot them and they're dead. Somebody's getting revived? Shoot him. Big guy? Shoot him. I'm just saying, in reality, this character is easily a fucking like S tier, just because of how simply overpowered he is. And the fact is, his story was amazing too. He was basically the main villain, right next to Scarecrow. There were two big bads, and that's Arkham Knight and Scarecrow. It's mainly Scarecrow, but Arkham Knight was basically the counter to Batman. And he did an amazing, pretty damn good job of countering Batman throughout the whole game. He didn't win, but he could have. If he just let go of his emotions, dude was amazing in this game. And I have to put him in the S tier category. Number one, Jason Todd is one of my favorite DC characters of all time, and they did him amazing in this game. Sure, I can make a review on how they could have made him better, but he was the one. He really could have been the only one to beat Batman in here. And he did, sadly enough. For his side, like, I'm sorry, but this is the overpowered character. He's just, you can't take nothing away from him. Now, don't get me wrong, the way how they're grouping up against me is like, meh. I'm just fooling around here. I could really just blast like 90% of them and win. Well, there's actually no winning. This goes in rounds, so this is more infinite. That's why I chose this. But I think you get what I'm saying. Catwoman this is completely biased, so I will say that. She is S tier. There is no doubt in my mind. See, the thing about her is that in any game, right? Batman Arkham City or Batman Arkham Knight or whatever, I feel better fighting with Catwoman than just as much with Batman. That's because her style is so agile, right? And she's so fast. She's very fast. It's not like oh my gosh, how do I explain this? She's just so powerful. She's basic, as in like she has a small basic kit. That's what I don't like about her, more or less. But nonetheless, her combat is really good. Like, it's really good. It flows so well. Like, everybody's combat flows very well, but it's about preference to me on this one. And Catwoman would be like top 3 characters I would use. Top 3, no doubt. He's top 3. Nothing more. It's just I don't really know. Like, she seems fine to me. Like, I can't put her in A tier nor B tier. She has a good kit, which makes her broken in her own way. You know? So I'll give her that. She has the little snare thing. She has the whip. I'll give her S tier. I just do. But she is not a crazy S tier. She's probably like a S minus to me though. She is definitely not the best. Like Arkham Knight is more like a S plus. But Catwoman is more like a S minus. She just got to there. She just got there. Like just, in my opinion. So we're gonna give her that. I'm gonna give her that. So yeah. I'm gonna give Catwoman S minus. And no disrespect to my Azrael Combat fans or whatever, but he's a B tier. See, the thing about Azrael, he's just so mad to me. Like, don't get me wrong, he kind of fights like Batman, but sadly enough, what can you really do with a character like Azrael now? Like, he barely... How are you gonna fight like Batman but not be Batman? Not have the gadgets like Batman. This dude has a batarang to replace his own weapons. See, that's how... Like, this character is kind of like, what? They could have done better with this character. Like, way better. They should have gave him a sword. To be completely honest with you. Slicing niggas up, bro. Like, it would have made him unique. He is the lowest character on this tier list because he's not unique. That's the problem. With this, his combat has to feel unique. It gotta feel exclusive to him. He's just a copy and paste of Batman without, like, being Batman. And the problem is, you would think, oh, isn't that a good thing? No, this guy barely gets most of his weapons. This dude gets the default batarang and maybe like 2 other weapons at most, like gadgets. Like, hell no. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's smooth, but that's not good enough for me. Something needs to make him stand out to make him better. And they just didn't. A copy-paste Batman is not good enough, bro. Shoot. Like, for example, Arkham Knight got his guns, Nightwing got his batons, Robin got the bulletproof shield and a staff that makes him actually good. Catwoman got her very agile movement with her good takedowns and the whip, and Harley Quinn got a bat in a one-shot mode. Azrael don't got none of that. So it makes her hard to really scale. I mean, him to scale to them. Like, I think he's actually the worst. He could be C tier, but I'm not gonna do him like that because he's actually decent at fighting. Like, there is nobody that should be on this list in fighting wise under a B. I mean, my bad, under a C. Nobody, because everybody can fight. I would say that. In story wise, though, I'm gonna give him in story wise at A tier. He was very impactful for what it was. Like, he definitely is really good. But I'm gonna make my own tier list of story of all characters next video, and I will be including Azrael in a different light. Actually, I'm going to include everybody in a different light in a different setting. So I will put everybody in this list in the next list of tier lists because everybody has to be on that list just to prove a point. But you know, just to say, shoot, I'm even putting Gordon on the list on how he was a good character. If he was a good character or not, we don't know yet. I gotta actually watch the game again for a few hours and see what he did. But I think you get it. Azrael B tier. I'm going to give Harley Quinn an A tier, I believe. Yeah, A tier. So the thing about Harley Quinn that makes her good is more or less just one thing. And that's the fact that you see this little circle on the side. Well, I'm going to basically explain what it does. If it fills up, you can one-shot people, basically. She goes into this, like, rage mode or whatever, or I don't know what it's called, her psycho mode or sociopath mode or whatever, but she can start one-shotting people. It's building up and stuff, so, well, I'm going to showcase it when it builds up. She has a decent combat. Decent. It's nothing crazy. I wish it was more... Well, she's a killer, so I'll expect her to be more or less like kind of like Jason Todd with a bat. But no, not really. Well, like, look, I just hit that dude with a plain bat and he's getting up. Like, what? I'm just saying. And look, when When I stun, I don't even really take them out when they're charging at me. I wish it took them out. I mean, her only good thing is that transformation or whatever it's called, mode. Or whatever. It's kind of like her own Kratos God of War Rage mode or something, Spartan mode. Like, deadass. That's what it's like. But you're just going buck wild. Like, what can I say, honestly? I'm just trying to get to that point because that's what really makes her good, in my opinion. Oh wait, we're almost there. Going crazy though on these people. She's good. Up there it goes. Alright, I'm about to activate it. So you gotta press LB to activate it. Watch. I think we're gonna do it now. There. See? This is the mode I'm talking about. Watch. All I have to do is press X, one shot. Press X, one shot. Boom. Press X, one shot. Doesn't even matter, he got a shield. One shot. See, it's pretty good. I mean, if it lasted longer, she would have been an S tier, but that's what makes her really good, is just that one thing. That one thing makes her amazing. So I'm gonna give Harley Quinn a A tier in general. This is the first time I'm giving a character his own tier. It's called the Batman tier. And you just have to be Batman to be in this tier. Yes, this is way above S+, like miles above. This character can do everything. He fights smoothly, very agile, very quick, too quick. You might be like, oh, that's glazing. No, it's not. Trust me. This Arkham Knight Batman is the pioneer of fucking doing all of this, okay? I mean, just Arkham Batman in general. Batman is just a walking, moving utility. Like, bro, he's a unit. He's a unit. You can use all his gadgets to fight in some sort of way. That's what makes him on his own tier, bro. Like, he doesn't have to have, like, one thing. He has gadgets. He has every gadget in the game to make sure that he is good. Sure. That's what makes him technically... Does that make him unique? Believe it or not, no. But it does make him broken because he doesn't need to be unique, because he's Batman. Sure, he's prepped for everything. Even in Arkham Knight, this guy can do anything. Trust and believe. Go into the combat, like one of the combat missions with just rounds of characters, bro. He can take out anybody. You can do it with anybody else, but it's harder. Batman can do this with ease in this game. Even in the story base, he's on Batman tier because he's the protagonist. Like, what can you say about this? Batman tier for sure. This is beyond S+ tier. And this is the only character in the game who is actually like this, in my opinion. Like, bro, what? It's called Batman tier. Like, he couldn't be beaten. Like, there is no one else above this one character. None else. On the playable character set, at least. Storytelling, we're going to get there. Next video. But in combat, he's unstoppable. In Predator, he's unstoppable too. He is unstoppable. And next, I'm going to do the Predator, stealth mission version of this. And then we're going to get this show on the road. Deadass. We're going to get everything on the road. We're going to do who's the most stealthy and tier list wise. Like, bro, this is going to be something. But Batman, as combat and story wise, Batman tier. He is above all. There's no arguing this. Sure, you can argue Nightwing looks like a better fighter, or Robin, or Catwoman. But I'm sorry, but he has so much bullshit, aka plot armor, in this guy, and you just can't, bro. You can't compete with somebody like this. You just can't. Batman tier. I'm going to give Batgirl an A-. See, the thing is, she's not bad. She fights smoothly, but there's really nothing truly special about her. The thing is that I'll give her own originality. Like, sure, her name's Batgirl, Batman, Batgirl, but I mean, that's the character. It's not like, but here's the thing, she's not like, what I really appreciate is that she's not a reskin of like Harley Quinn or Catwoman. She has her own fighting style. That is what I'm actually admiring the most here from her. She's just a very low tier because she barely uses weapons or gadgets. Like, I didn't really have the need to. It doesn't make her broken. It's just saying she's very, like, hands, just straight hands mainly. She's kind of like Asriel, but better, in my opinion. She got the battering, but let's get real here. That's all you got from this one. And story-wise, she was just told in the story of, you know, the Batgirl DLC, and it was a good story. Don't get me wrong. So I'll give her that. It was cool. It was her and Robin mainly teaming up against Harley Quinn and Joker, which is awesome. But I gotta give her like an A-. If she just had like a little bit like more uniqueness to her, as in the only thing unique to her is her fighting style. That's it. It looks way different from everybody else's. So I'll give her that. But other than that, that's mainly it. That is mainly it. Like, I don't even know how to describe it with her, but I'll give Batgirl a clean A-. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me who you want on the next tier list. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. We forgot one more playable character in the game. And I know I got y'all with that outro. I know what I was doing the whole time. The last playable character is somebody we would never suspect to be on this list. But he's in the Batman tier. There's only one Batman. Yes, you're right. And there's only one Batman. And guess what? Somebody shares the body with Batman, and that's Joker. Joker is technically Batman in this game, okay? What I mean is he's trying to take control of his body. And Joker was so involved with the story that it was actually impactful in ways that you would never think. Now, in story-wise, Batman tier. Gotta say. Combat-wise, Batman tier. Why? He's not Batman. Well, he's in Batman's body, and he's using the Batmobile, as you can see. I'm just gonna give him his flowers and say that he's probably the second most broken or first most broken character in the game. If Joker was in Batman's body, it would be a whole different ball game for Arkham Knight. Just letting y'all know. And this is more like speculation, because you play as this character 2 times. You play as him when he was losing control against Scarecrow, and you play as him when it shows the future what could have been, which I am doing right now. That's me playing. But not me playing exactly. That's actually me recording, you know, the stuff. But that's all I gotta say on that part. Anyway, Joker is Batman tier. That is the last character. No fake outs or anything. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me how you love the tier list. Tell me who do you think should be where. Tell me something. Tell me your favorite character, because I will be seeing what your favorite character in Arkham Knight says about you. And I will be doing the everybody in the Arkham Knight series. Actually, I'm going to be doing everybody in Arkham. Believe it or not. Everybody. Every character in Arkham will be done. In Batman Arkham. Like, literally, Arkham Batman will be done. Everybody. The reason why I did the playable characters first, because I think it just makes sense for me to take care of the playable characters, the characters you can actually play as instead of the characters, you know, you can't play as. So, most likely, next is more or less the villains. Oh, and based off of how they fight and how they are involved in the story and how good they actually are, as in design, like everything. Like, I'm just going to be rating the characters overall in the next tier list. I basically did this in this game, but I'm thinking about doing the stealth. But how about this? I might not even put the stealth. I might make the stealth the last one, but I think you get the point though. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, like, comment, and subscribe. And please don't give up. Keep trying. Keep reaching for your goals. Never give up. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.